Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm doing some more with my Azuelos de Sueño papers, making the little smaller junk journal with it. So that's the one I did last time, and what I did with this one is this butterfly is on the paper, so I've cut around its wings so that I can pull it up like that. On the other side I put down some book pages. I put several of them down and then I've just inked and fluffed the edges around, and now I've sewn a piece of this fabric, or lace or whatever you want to call it, onto the front to create a pocket that I'll be able to put something in. I didn't create a pocket with this one because it would have gone through on this side if I'd done that. And then I folded, this comes in the paper pack, these little squares, and I've just kept two of them together to make a little journaling spot and put this on here. So I'll show you how I've done that. I started by sewing a piece of lace onto the side of the little booklet, and then I sewed that down. So I've chosen a lace that's got a little tiny piece of tulle on the side of it, so I could sew it onto the actual paper as well. Just cut this off. So now I've got a little thing that you can write in, but it also is it will flip around, and it's a little bit, I probably should have sewn it a bit closer to the edge of the booklet actually, so it would be a little bit more stable. No, I think I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. When you've got the book shut, the journal shut, it's not going to show, so I think that will be fine. I've got this paper here, which is all of the tiles, and I want to make a pocket on here. So I've cut some strips off. Now, I could just put that down and make a pocket out of that, obviously, but I think I want to do something a bit more creative than that. So I'm thinking I might cut it into little tile shapes. Going back to my book page, because when I'm putting this down, I was going to put it on the back, and I will actually. So I wanted to create a pocket along here using the little tiles that I've cut out. My problem is that there's not enough difference between the paper that I'm using and the little tiles. So I thought, as a way around that, I could put some book page down and then sit the tiles on top of the book page to make the pocket. That will give me more of a difference between these two papers. The added bonus is that it hides that stitching that I've done down there. So I'll start with my book page, and then I'm going to put some tiles on top. I'm going to cut that off and see how that looks first before I continue. Just adding a bit more on top now to see if I can get it to form a bit more of a pocket and come out a little bit further than what I've got it at the moment. See about putting one on here and then one on here, and I've still got this one which I could put on here maybe. A little bit more. I could always cut more of this. I've got a whole sheet there. Just I don't know if I want to bother cutting more when I've got plenty here to make a pocket. I think like that. I'm going to run that glue along there and put the lace down. Actually, I'm going to use my Helmer's 450 for this one. And then on this side, I'll run another little bead of glue, and I'll pull that tulle on the edge of the lace across to this side. And that's going to hide the stitching that I've done on the bottom part and create a little bit of, bit softness on this side of it. You can see that there. So that's the back, and then that's the front with a little bit of tulle on it. And this can then slip in here, but I'll wait till it dries before I do that. I'm going to put this little bit of bling onto this pin and then pin it onto the fabric here of the pocket. And hopefully it'll stay put. The problem I'm getting is that when I'm putting it on, it's not staying up the right way. Try it again. Oh, there you go, it is now. So I've just pinned that bling onto this outside of the pocket. I'm going to put this, which is from the piece of paper, it's a little pre-made folded thing, so it's got some journaling spots inside, and put it into this fabric pocket that I made. These pearls, which are sitting on a piece of, you know, stitched or woven fabric, I've had them for ages and I've never used them because I've never worked out how I could use them. I like them, I just couldn't work out how to use them. Maybe I'll put that along there, that might be a good use for them. And just to finish it off, I think I'm going to put a piece of paper down on here just to break up, you know, the whole page. And then when that's over like that, you'll just see it coming out from underneath, but it's there when you go like that. I'm revisiting the other page I did, and I've got this little journaling card, and I'm just going to put some book page down on top of it. So it looked a bit lost when you were looking in that that little envelope there. So I thought if I just put some book page down, it might help it. Then when I slip it back in, it's also a bit more visible. It was a bit sort of blending in because of the card being craft, as well as the little journaling spot. So if I do that, it's actually improved it a lot. I've also added a bit of book page onto this little journaling card. I think that it just needed something, not just to leave it plain and how it came in the book. I've taken another piece of paper and I've cut it down to size, and I have also cut out the envelope, which is the pre-made envelope that comes as part of the paper pack, because I want to be able to use this. I'm just thinking, will I leave it open like this, which I may well do. Just wondering how I can put it up. I do have a paper clip that I inked with some alcohol ink, so it's nice and sort of brown. So that's what I think I'll do. Let's get going on putting this one together. Making sure I'm within the fold. Then on top of that, I'll build some pockets. And this is something that I've been doing a bit lately in my journals, especially with these lovely little Stamperia tags, because they seem to lend itself to that quite easily. And rather than just putting a tag down, which of course I could do, I could just put one here and then have that as a tuck spot. But rather than doing that, I think I prefer to put them like this, which is to overlap them. In fact, I'll put the art one here, overlap them and then put something on top like this. I'm going to stick it down first like this because I want to cut the edge off on this side, and I'm not sure where I need it unless I cut that edge off. So I put this here like that. It will show me how big I need that to be. Just pop it down here, and so I'm going to cut some of it off. I'll just get my pencil and mark that and then chop it off. I've inked the edges already, but I'll just re-ink these two pieces on the side so that it's consistent. I could have just put a piece of paper on there, but I like the effect that putting the tag layers actually makes when you're doing this. That's fine. Then up here I've got this, and I've got plenty of that paper left that I can play with to determine where it's going to go, and if I can put something behind it, I will. So this is a bit of that lace, and what I'll do is I'll just clip down to the edge of the flower on across it like this. And then some glue here on the edge. And now I should be able to, with any luck, I'm just looking at the back or front. I think this is the front. I should be able to just curve this around into a flower. I'm hoping, just by picking up those little ends that I cut, the bits of tulle, and then putting them like this. Not sure if it's going to work. And then underneath I shall now put a little bit of glue so that it actually sticks down and doesn't, it wants to curl. That's its natural position, but if I glue it down like that, it'll be fine. It won't come up then. And I've created a little flower quite easily. I've got out a couple of things. One are my found relatives, so these are Tim Holt's found relatives. And then I'm getting a bit of journaling card, but I want to find one which is going to blend in quite well, like this one, because it's got those colours in it. Yeah, I'm happy to put this one in the back pocket, and this one I can put in the front pocket, but I would like to put something on it, which I was going to, you know, do something with that. Now I haven't got that, I'll have to find something else. I'm wondering if I can find another journaling card in similar tones that I can utilise to make a topper or something out of it. The problem will be trying to find something in those tones, I think, and something that matches. Like, I don't want a world map or anything. Those receipts I've put in are perfect, but I don't want obviously to have another one of those. I just have to find something. It also needs to be a piece in portrait, not landscape. And this might be perfect because it's got this pretty colour on the back. So I'll work on this now, put that to one side and see what I can do with this. I'd like some sort of a topper on this, so I'd like it to come like down like this, just to there. I need a different piece. I'm going to leave that piece, and then I need a piece for the back, which will be something that I can put all the way through. So this one I'm going to stick down here, and then I'm going to put the topper up here on it. I've got my air conditioning on today. It's quite warm in Brisbane actually, and this is the first time I've had it on actually. So it must be warm. We got some rain last night. I'm not sure how much. I haven't checked the rain gauge yet. It's probably all evaporated by now because I don't think it was very much. So if it left any in the rain gauge, it's probably not there. You're probably wondering, why am I bothering to, you know, put this on here, that I should have just either stuck the journaling card and or the photo in by itself and not bothered about trying to do it like this. I really just wanted to enhance the piece a bit more and also put, you know, a little bit of effort in. Just because you've bought something from a shop doesn't mean you can't change it. So you can still see underneath the journaling card coming through there. It's given you a bit of a different look. And then you've got room on the back. And then with this one, I have just popped it in there. So I'm just working out if I need to put something else on top of it. And in fact, I will probably, because otherwise it's not going to stick up high enough. And with that piece I cut off, which now of course I have to go and find, which is here, I think I'll cut the top of it off again and pop it on the back here. Just to have that popping up like that. I'm going to trim this piece off so it's not quite so tall I just want it below the one that's above it, and I'll use another piece to round it off. And if I put this in here, it'll just sit below the one behind, so you can still see that that one is behind it. I'll age these edges out a bit so that it blends a bit more. And then this one is going to go up to there. So there'll be a bit at the bottom and a bit up here that I will actually trim off. But for now, I'll just put this down. So this will go up like this, and I can put it either way. I may put it this way, and I'm wondering if I use my paper clip, it's going to hold it all together. That's good. Then you can open it up and journal in it, and then fold it back up and put it back in here. I think that's enough for today. I'll have to do the rest of this page, but I think that's good. So I've done, you know, I've done the inside. I can put something here too. I haven't done the outside yet, but I'll get on to that next time. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you next time. Cheers.